You know, if you're a shop owner, you've got your pains. I know that. You know that. This guy here has traveled to 1,000 shops all over the country trying to figure out what the pain points were. And you want to know what they are? That's coming right up. Well, we're at the 2018 Vision High Tech Conference, and we're in the KUKUI van booth, whatever this thing is, and this is Todd Westerlund. Todd knows lots about what goes on in shops because he's been there, he's visited these shops. He's got a ton of stuff to tell us about how you can improve your business and your traffic and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So what did you find out?
Jim, I found so much stuff as I went around, across the United States. Just there's so much adventure out there. You think about it, you get to go across the United States. But I really wanted to walk into over 1,000 shops and put my eyes on what they needed. It's one thing to be back behind a desk and take a look at data and go, I know what a shop needs. But when you're there walking in, you really get to see what the issues are. So one of the things that is Jim and I were talking before this, that really was important was the first thing you really want to start with that I noticed was take the customer's perspective and walk into your business, walk into your shop, go through that whole process. So the quickest thing I can tell you to give you the quickest tip to make an impact, sit in the different chairs in your waiting room. I sat in a chair and the sun is just blasting in one spot. So you look at all the chairs and you go, wow, I didn't even notice that. That's probably a bad location. What happens if you're in my business, Jim, and you have to sit in that one chair the whole time? You're just getting blasted, okay? How about we go into the parking lot and the lines aren't really painted. It's been a couple years since you painted the shop's lot, okay? I know it is a little costly, but we still need to do those things.
Yeah.
So I watched clients of the shop pull in, and they couldn't tell where to actually park because the lines weren't. It was hard to see. Yeah. So people were so think about that experience as a consumer. I've come to your business. I've come to Jim's shop. My first thing is I'm having trouble where to park. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's now I've gone in, I've sat down, the sun's beating on me, I pick up a magazine, it's from 1985, we think about the amount of your clientele who comes into the shop and sits there. If they are waiting, as an example, a lot of shops say, I don't want waiters. Well, sometimes we do have them, or maybe it's just the perception. So what if we have Guns and Ammo magazine laying all around and somebody prefers to read Family Circle or something to that effect? You do need to look at who's coming in and have that perception correct. This is so, then another one, this one's wild, Jim. You wouldn't think this would be that big of a thing, but
tell me.
The restrooms.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe the front is beautiful, but I go into the restroom and I'm like, oh, this is terrible. So what if you have a new customer who comes in and this is one of their first experiences, they happen to use the restroom. So we've got to have from the curb all the way up to the door to where they park, their whole experience. And now let's talk a little bit about technology, okay?
Yeah.
So on the technology side, you're going to want the marketing to be there. So how about your website? Look at websites all day long. That's what we do, is a full marketing platform from your websites, email, digital vehicle inspections, direct mail, all of these components. And you want those to be clear, easy, and function at a high level. You ever looked at a website and you're like, that's that DOS, AOL dial-up from 1990s? And I'm like, guys, that's our online business card. It really has to be a reflection of the business. Now let's take a look at the different technologies out there. If I leave your business and I receive a thank you communication that gives me the ability to give you a Google review, that's a great thing. If I get, a digital inspection that shows me what's wrong with the vehicle, pictures of it, and then a recommended service reminder later that shows me also what was needed in a picture of it, so you remember, you're like, I knew my brakes were bad, but I don't know what they look like now, and this picture is from 4 months ago. Very, very powerful. And then most importantly is actually being able to measure the results. Right. So all of this is our wrapped Sprinter van that I lived in for practically 3 months and drove around in. Results is important. So the KUKUI dashboard and the KUKUI platform has, we have almost 18 different dials and different things that we're looking into, and then we're literally reporting back what's working and what's not working. So what does KUKUI mean? KUKUI means enlightenment in Hawaiian, so we actually enlighten the businesses to what's working in marketing and what's not working in marketing.
Yeah, and I thought that was really relevant because you're busy. I know that. We're all busy. But if you haven't stepped back and looked at your business from the customer's perspective, this guy did. And he's got a wealth of knowledge that you can look at and give you some ideas and compare what he saw to what you've got. And it can help you take your business and grow it. So check it out, KUKUI. It's a pretty cool platform, and I thought you'd be very interested in hearing about it. So anyway, check it out, and I think you're going to be glad you did.